Ranzo, you've been following this story very closely for us, bringing us up to speed on the 3 suspected murders so far, and now news of a 4th one. Tell us what you know and where you are.
Yeah, we are at the Sunnyside police station here in Pretoria, where, of course, Sunnyside police have been grappling with this crime. It was just 2 weeks ago where we heard and found out from the police that 3 men, homeless men, were killed in a similar manner. We know that they all suffered stab wounds to the upper body, and, of course, they were also had blunt trauma on the head as well. And now the breaking news of the hour is that a 4th body has been found. So just to give us just more details on this gruesome discovery, we do have with us Captain Daniel Mavimbela. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us this afternoon. We spoke last week at the Magnolia Park, where you were telling us about the fact that there's, police have put their hands on board to try and get to the bottom of the crime. Firstly, telling us about how there's informers on the ground and there are more, police on the ground to try and tackle this crime. What has come off this, reinforced policing around this issue?
Yeah, indeed, the 4th body was discovered this morning, and on this occasion it was at a different location, which is the intersection of Justice Mohammed and Troy Street. Now, from the preliminary investigations and also due to this current incident, it appears as if because of the saturation of members and intensified patrols around areas like parks locally, it appears as if that has also displaced this incident to a different location. Be that as it may, we were going around even this morning talking to the homeless people, ensuring that our calls for them to remain and stay vigilant and also sleep in groups is reiterated, and these people, they've assured us that ever since they got our message, they are mobilizing amongst each other to ensure that they stay safe.
And just the call to the homeless men and women out there to, stick in groups. We also understand that the 3 men were killed in their sleep. What was the circumstance behind this one? Do we know if they were sleeping at the time of their death?
Currently, that is yet to be confirmed. It remains a subject of investigation, as well as the motive behind this recent killing. And we are also intensifying our efforts towards, identifying the perpetrators of these gruesome crimes.
Well, the big question, Captain, I can imagine on everyone's lips is what's going on here? I asked you this question last week, and I'm going to ask you again, especially because, noticing that there is a 4th body that's come up. Are we looking at the works of a serial killer?
I think this should not sow panic in our people and also within the investigating team themselves. And we still maintain that once you begin to preempt the outcome of the investigation, you are bound to overlook clues, you are bound to overlook information. So we are moving step by step towards a situation where hopefully we'll be able to crack this case. And currently we still maintain that we are not going to preempt.
In your leads, or rather in your investigations, you've not been able to get any leads or any direction as to who could be behind this crime?
We are engaging more especially with the homeless people and the crime intelligence unit. Unfortunately, thus far, the information that we have has not yet been enabled us to make a breakthrough.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
There you have it. That is Captain Daniel Mavimbela from the Sunnyside police station, basically telling us that all hands are on deck to try and get to the bottom of this crime. But as things stand now, it's 3 weeks and 4 bodies later. All the bodies are of homeless men. The 3 bodies that were found last week were of men in their middle-aged men, and they all suffered stab wounds to the torso and possibly being hit by a blunt object to the head. And just me speaking to some of the homeless men that were, making use of the Magnolia Dam where the 3 bodies were discovered, they are really confused about what's happening, saying that how in the world could they be under attack? More so that they have nothing valuable on them. And of course, there was an NGO that I spoke to who themselves are quite convinced that there is a target on homeless people here in Pretoria. But as the police try and probe and get to the bottom of it, we can only wait and see what that outcome would be. With that, over to you.
ENCA's Lorenzo Temba bringing us the very, very latest on this breaking news story.